Okay, this should be a quick video. I'm going to show you how you can install your own database. We've been using MySQL -u Scott -p Tiger. Now the trouble with that is that you don't have write access, so you can't record new results. So we look at that. We've got a whole bunch of tables, show tables, these guys here. So you can have permission to read them, but you don't have permission to write to them. And in particular, we want to update this ins res. We want to record responses from students, and you can't do that on the GIST database. But you've all got your own database. So if you do /mysql, then show tables. I got a couple of tables that were doing silly things before, and I want to import all of the student record stuff. So I'm going to get a copy of that. wget progzoo.net/sits. Sits is the name of the database. Sits produced by Tribal Systems. They're very popular at UK universities. They do a student record system, and we use it here at Napier. And I've kind of taken bits and pieces from that database. Nothing like the whole thing. It's a monster database. I've taken bits and pieces, and we're using it. So if I do /mysql, /mysql, I can import that data, sits.sql, goes through in a trice, and I can see, for example, ins SPR. So these are the students that I've got in my database. Nope, from SPR. Okay, if you're curious, well, yeah, you can use Google to find out where I got those names from. Okay, so those are the students. And ins SPR, ins res. This is the responses. Okay, so these are the responses given by this student here, 50, 20, 99, 97. So this student took this module in that year and that trimester, and in response to question 1.6, they gave it a definitely agree. They gave it a 5. So this is a fairly happy student. He or she has been giving 4s and 5s to a lot of the modules, a lot of the questions. So that's good. That's what we want, happy students. You need to add to that data. Okay, so every time someone clicks on this, this is question 1.1. So when someone clicks on these things and puts submit, let's do it. Okay, so this student here, Tammy, she definitely likes that, and she mostly likes that, and she's neutral about that. And we click submit. And we want those results to go into the database. They haven't done, but let's just see what that would look like in SQL. The commands we'd want to insert into this thing here. So insert, this is the command that we want PHP to do, insert into ins res values, and there are, I think, 6 columns. I was going to point at 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. 6 bits of data. 3, 4, 5, 6. The student is 50, 20, 0036. The module is SET, no it's not, it's CSN. CSN 08101. What's next? The year, these things are going to be fixed, so they'll never change, and that's TR1. Question is 1.1, and the response that she gave was a whopping 5. Okay, for that module there. So that's one row, and then the next one, next module was that one there. So with this module, that's INF. No, that's my module. Yeah, she's given 5 for that as well. How dare she not give me 5? INF. Okay. That is a rule, by the way. If you're taking one of my modules, you have to give it a 5. But if you're taking SET 08115, I don't know what that one is, but it can't possibly be as good as databases or web tech. So we're giving that a neutral. So that's the kind of thing we're doing. We should find that if you try and enter the data twice, so if I try that again, it won't let me because the primary key insists that you can only have one response. If we wanted to change our mind, the syntax in SQL would be quite a little bit different. If I wanted to change that value, and we might want to let students change values, and you might need it for for debugging or for running things again. We can just delete all the responses if we get stuck, but the update command goes like this. I can say update insres, and we don't have values. I say set, and typically what we'll be doing is setting the response, which I think is called res value equals, so it was 3, I'm going to set it to 4, and then we put in a where clause where SPR code equals that, and mod code equals that, and these don't really matter because they're not going to change, but that's the AYR code equals that, and the PSL or PLS, can't remember which, we'll guess at that, code equals that, goodness me, and QUE code equals that, and we don't have this at the end. So this is making sure that we're only updating one row, and we updated one row. Okay, so that was one row updated, we changed something. Okay, so we've got our own database now, and it remains to go into our code and work off our database rather than the other one. So I'm just going to find out what my password is, ~mysql. I know my username, so that's my password. Just copy that, vi index.html, and where's my connect statement? Here's the connect statement. So I'm still going to localhost, but this time it's my number 400.0036, and my password, which is that, and this is the database, which is my code again, 0036. So should be getting different data now, but it's going to look identical. I think it's the same actual data, but I can change these values if I want to now. It looks like it's still working. Yep, that's looking good. Okay, but it's coming off my database rather than the Scott Tiger one. Okay, next video we're going to look at how we can stuff our own data into the database. So that, for example, if Tammy comes back here, she gets to see the last response that she put in. We'll do that in the next video.